If you hear a motor running, it's my air condition. It's been over 100 degrees. Hello, Hebro77 here. I want to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. It is a highly overrated game. Um, I played a little bit of it myself, not all the way through. You know, there's something to be said about these horror games. Now, rather horror games, you remember them? You remember like back in the, I don't know. I mean, you could find horror games, they date all the way back to the days of the Atari 2600 when you had games that were based on horror films, such as Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween. Now, a lot of these video games moved over to the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, the NES is what I speak of. And, well, they weren't all that great. I mean, you consider games like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, which were games for the NES that, while the box art had much promise, and actually the Friday the 13th game became quite popular into the mid to early 2000s with its box art and the purple Jason. And the purple Jason became so popular that he actually became an action figure. Well, horror games have come a long way since then. In fact, there is now an entire genre for them. And you'll find stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's, Granny, and Granny 2, Stick Boy, um, just all kinds of horror games. And there's even been horror genre mixed into games that aren't even horror games, such as Roblox or Minecraft. Now, Minecraft has the zombie people. I forget what they're called, but they're walking around and stuff. And then you have the ones from the netters or whatever you want to call them. Those people are kind of whack too, but you know, you also have the horror games which are based on urban legends, such as what was the name of that thin guy? Slender Man. There's a game based off of that too. So when you think about Five Nights at Freddy's, you're a security guard, basically guarding Showbiz Pizza, aka Chuck E. Cheese Pizza. Um, when all of a sudden the animatronics come to life and try to kill you. Now, there are several rooms that you can go in to hide from these animatronic nightmares, but really, in all, you know, the game is overhyped. There's a lot of people that played it over the years, and a lot of people that make videos of it and whatnot. I gotta say, as far as horror games go, Five Nights at Freddy's really is not all that horrifying. Now, I will admit that when I first saw Five Nights at Freddy's, like, commercials and stuff like that, it was very, very enticing. But, you know, once you start getting into the gameplay itself, then it becomes a different story. But I digress. Five Nights at Freddy's, I don't know. You decide. Is it overhyped or not hyped enough? Let me know in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace, y'all.